So this is the after heavy paint correction and sanding. So remember, this is the section that has the scratch that starts right there at that top corner, drops back below that speaker, across the light, all the way to the top of that other light. And also from the door down, pretty much this body line, from the door to the body line, all the way over, had to be wet sanded. Much better quality visibly, but still a lot of orange peel, but the texture is gone. The whole front cap, starting from this black post over, had to be wet sanded with 3000 grit, the entire top, the letters all the way down to the bottom. Those sections were not sanded out properly. The rear was really honestly the easiest part. Two-step correction on the back. Not a whole lot of wet sanding marks. Driver's side is what took us the longest. This was 2.5 days of correction work. From holes and divots that were filled to paint touch-ups all throughout this entire area. There must have been a light that was removed up there because there's a really big hole and a lot of other damage over there. This side was wet sanded. Pretty much from window to window right here was about a 4-foot square of just sanding marks, where they used either a DA to sand with or a rotary to sand with, because you could just see where they just left it. They didn't polish it out, they didn't paint correct it after, anything like that, just left it. This entire section also had to be wet sanded. See if it still kind of shows it up any. Still a little bit right here. So pretty much all throughout this area right here, you could see where they had taped it off, left the tape square, did their clear over, removed the tape, because this whole section was probably the heaviest part that I had to wet sand with about 1500 grit all the way back. We've removed the bulk of the excess silicone that was left over on all the sides and all the edges. This is just like some alcohol wipe over. You see like some smear stuff. We just alcoholed this whole side because we're about to ceramic coat it. This was that big square that I kept showing that had all the wet sanding marks throughout it. You can see now it's perfectly glossy clear. This door had to be wet sanded also. Section of this huge white part had rotary style marks in it that were not sanded out and were not polished out. Again, the whole front cap. This is the after. Clarity is better. You can actually see the blue in it. You can actually see the flake in it.